In the heart of London, Buckingham Palace stands as a symbol of Britain's historical grandeur. But what does this symbol mean in the 21st century? The monarchy has long been a pillar of British identity. It's a tapestry that weaves together centuries of history, tradition, and heritage. From the reign of King Henry VIII to the present Queen Elizabeth II, the monarchy has been a witness to the evolution of Britain, and indeed, the world. Today, the monarchy's role is largely ceremonial. The Queen or King doesn't make laws, nor can they interfere with the functioning of the Parliament. Yet they perform crucial duties such as opening and closing sessions of Parliament, giving royal assent to laws, and representing Britain on state visits. These tasks underscore the monarchy's symbolic role as the embodiment of the state and its continuity. Beyond the pomp and pageantry, the monarchy also serves as a cultural touchstone. The royal family's engagements, be it charity work, military service, or public appearances, often mirror the nation's values and interests. They help to foster a sense of national unity and identity. Yet, this symbolism comes at a cost. The sovereign grant paid by the British taxpayers funds the monarchy's official duties and the upkeep of royal residences. In the financial year ending in 2023, this amounted to over £82 million. This figure doesn't include security costs or the income the royal family receives from the duchies of Lancaster and Cornwall. Prince William, the future of the monarchy, is a modern prince for a modern era. But is this enough to secure the monarchy's future? As we delve into the lives of the modern monarchs, it becomes clear that they're not just sitting around in their palaces sipping tea. They're working hard to modernise and make the monarchy relevant in today's world. Prince William, for instance, along with his wife Catherine, have made concerted efforts to connect with the public, particularly the younger generation. They've embraced social media, championed mental health awareness, and engaged in charitable work, all in an effort to present a more approachable, relatable face of the monarchy. But here's the rub. Despite these efforts for many, the monarchy still feels like an outdated institution. The younger generation in particular is questioning its relevance. They're growing up in a world that champions equality, democracy, and self-made success. In such a world, the idea of a monarchy, an institution built on inherited privilege and status, feels increasingly out of place. Moreover, there's a growing perception that these modernization efforts are more about image management than genuine change. Critics argue that while the younger royals may present a more modern face, the monarchy itself remains largely unchanged. Its structure, its traditions, its very essence are all rooted in a bygone era. And then there's the question of cost. Even as the royals strive to modernize, they continue to be funded by taxpayers. In a world where many are struggling to make ends meet, the cost of maintaining the royal lifestyle is viewed by some as an unnecessary extravagance. Thus, even with a modern prince at the helm, the relevance of the monarchy is questioned by the younger generation. Despite the efforts of Prince William and other young royals, the future of the monarchy remains uncertain. Is modernization enough to secure its future? Or is the world ready to move on from the idea of royalty? Only time will tell. The departure of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle from the royal family sent shockwaves around the world. What does this mean for the future of the monarchy? In a dramatic turn of events, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, also known as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, chose to step back from their royal duties. This unprecedented move, famously termed Megxit, left the world pondering over the implications for the royal family. The royal couple's departure wasn't just a simple farewell, it was a loud and clear statement, exposing the deep-rooted issues within the Windsor dynasty. It gave the world a glimpse of the challenges that lay behind the gilded palace doors: racism, control, and a staunch refusal to adapt to changing times. Harry and Meghan's allegations of racism within the royal household sent ripples of discomfort across Britain and the Commonwealth. The couple's candid revelation in their explosive interview with Oprah Winfrey raised questions about the monarchy's commitment to diversity and inclusion. The control exerted by the institution over its members was another critical issue that came to light. Meghan's admission of feeling trapped and isolated was a stark reminder of the intense scrutiny and pressure that come with royal life. It was a clear indication of the monarchy's failure to adapt to the modern reality, where mental health and personal freedom are highly valued. And then there's the matter of adaptability, or rather, the lack of it. The monarchy's rigidity in maintaining centuries-old traditions has been a point of contention for years. Harry and Meghan's exit underscored the need for the royal family to evolve and modernise. The Sussexes' departure was a wake-up call, shedding light on the monarchy's archaic practices and attitudes. It was a mirror reflecting the royal family's struggle to keep up with the times, to maintain relevance in a world that is rapidly changing. From this perspective, the royal departures paint a picture of a monarchy struggling to adapt to the modern world. Public opinion is a powerful force. So what does the public think about the monarchy in the modern era? Let's dive into that. In recent years, we've seen a shift in the public's view of the monarchy. There's a growing sentiment that the monarchy, in its current form, might not be as relevant or as necessary as it once was. This fading support is not confined to the shores of the British Isles. It's a sentiment echoed across the Commonwealth nations as well. The monarchy, with its pageantry and grandeur, might have been a symbol of national pride and unity in the past. But in the 21st century, in an era that champions equality, democracy and meritocracy, the concept of hereditary privilege seems increasingly out of place. The cost of maintaining the royal household is another point of contention. With millions of pounds of taxpayer money going towards the upkeep of the monarchy each year, many are questioning whether this is a justifiable expense, especially in times of economic hardship. The younger generation, in particular, seems less enchanted with the idea of a monarchy. They view the institution as an outdated relic, a symbol of a time that no longer aligns with the values of today's society. They want leaders who are chosen not by birthright but by merit. Even within the United Kingdom, the heart of the monarchy, there are growing calls for an end to the royal era. A YouGov poll in 2025 showed that a substantial portion of the population was in favour of abolishing the monarchy. The royal family has been a part of British history for centuries, but as we move forward, it's clear that the public's view of this institution is changing. There's a growing desire for a different kind of leadership, one that reflects the democratic values of the modern world. It seems that more and more people are ready for a world without royalty. So, what is the future of the monarchy? Can it adapt and survive in the modern world? Let's revisit the main points. The monarchy has been a symbol of power, tradition and continuity for centuries, but in the 21st century, its relevance is increasingly questioned. The royal household enjoys unmatched privilege, funded by taxpayers, despite having no real political power. This has raised eyebrows, especially in an era of economic hardship where many struggle to afford basic needs. Prince William is positioned as the relatable prince and the future of the monarchy. But will his polished image be enough? The younger generation values equality and democracy, viewing the monarchy as an outdated institution. The departure of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle exposed the royal family's inability to modernise, revealing deep-seated issues such as racism and control. Across the UK and Commonwealth nations, public support for the monarchy is waning. People are calling for an end to the royal era, yearning for leaders chosen by merit, not birthright. The monarchy is at a crossroads. It can adapt, modernise and perhaps regain public support, or it can continue on its current path, risking further alienation and potentially even its own existence. The next few years will be crucial. King Charles and Prince William have a monumental task ahead. They must prove that the monarchy can still be a relevant and beneficial institution in the modern world. They must show that they are more than just figureheads, that they can make a real difference. But there's no guarantee. The world is changing rapidly, and the monarchy must change with it. It's not an easy task, but it's a necessary one. If the monarchy wants to survive, it must prove its worth. It must show that it can be a force for good in a world that values fairness, equality and democracy. As we look forward, we're left to wonder, is the world finally ready to move on from the monarchy?